Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Edge of Legends Season 3, Episode 3. And I'm very excited for today's episode, but I'm also excited to introduce you to all these people. Let's get things started with saying hello to our wonderful legends, do a quick recap, and then get right into it. That being said, let's start off with Sidney. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Yalla! My name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and our pronouns are she, her.
Heck yeah. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi everybody, I'm Wes. I play Dragon Targier, the Duskwalker Magus, and we're both he, him.
Excellent. Next, we have Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play she, Yonavis, the Elven Ranger. We both go by she, her. Nailed it.
I want to take a quick second because I'm looking at the chat and I'm laughing at Reeve Psyche saying, "Who de-aged West? Who is this baby?"
I'm a babby. Yeah, no, that's what my wife said. She was just like, you look 20. Which, I mean, good. Don't go out in the sun, kids. It's bad for you.
Yeah, funny story. I went out to get. What am I doing? Hold on. First, let me introduce Randy. What a jerk I'm being. Randy, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
I was starting to track how long it was going to take for you to remember. No. Hi, everyone. I'm Randy Alvarenga. I play Lothier Vanlinson, our human druid, and our pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Well, then that's just me. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend here on Nat 20 Productions Official on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing everyone else. So without further ado, a small recap. If you haven't seen it already, you can go to our youtube.com/nat20prods to check out Randy doing a great job. Of course, the Queen of Recap did a great job as well, working together on that. And, obviously, don't go see it now. You're going to miss today's episode. But what you missed was the big rebellion finally happened. And before that, Alona and Shonibus went off to have a moment to discuss what they were going to do about the rebellion, if they were going to join or not. They got a literal message from their gods saying, "Hey," and they went off to go join the effort. With that, the crew deliberated how best to sneak into the palace at night, because of course King Renrod the 14th was having some issues, some bad moods, and locked himself out. After an amazing creative break-in, completely bypassing a lot of awesome things like champs, they snuck in to the final room, and then there was a lot of drama that happened. They met an elder god, the moon, the full moon of madness, murder, and nightmares, Kamba. And as they did that, they also got to see King Nimrod the 14th close up in person. There was a lot that went on there, and in the end, King Nimrod was killed by Morel's hand. And then as he was becoming king, he had to make a choice. He had to go into a small chamber, look at an ancient room filled with old text, telling him that the kings of Acadia, all of the Akkadian Empire, has been tasked by the gods to save the world from the old ones. And that in doing so, sometimes they have gone a little crazy themselves in the effort. And Morel was given a very hard choice that the players had to decide upon. Did Morel remember everything about the elder gods, all of his friends, and inevitably, as all kings of Acadia who do remember, become another King Nimrod and all the problems that come with that? Or does he forget the elder ones, forget everything, and maybe even forget his friends, but in the process, stay the good man he is, and hopefully become a better king? Well, the choice was made, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll probably see a little bit of it tonight. And with that, that episode ended. So, we are going to open up a bit of a time jump today. We're going to jump right into it. First, we're going to have a small scene that starts maybe like a day or two after the coronation. And it is between Alona and Morel. If you are feeling ready for that, Sydney? I know. Start of the episode, let me just throw you into that deep end.
Am I? No, obviously not. No. What happened during like the coronation? Like, were we all there? I'm assuming we were all there watching Morel get coronated.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you were all there watching him get coordinated. He came out in this amazing terrace made of gold and stone, and then after he was coordinated, he came down to be with the people and just kind of walked through the city with them. There was a huge all this old fancy talk, all these documents being signed. He was blessed by the first official priest of Acadia in about 30 years. His recommendations and Bethrain got it to happen. So now the sort of religious stranglehold has been lifted with his coronation already in the Empire of Acadia.
So how much of us has he forgotten at this point?
As you're talking to him, you see small things. Like sometimes he'll look at you and then he'll kind of dissociate a bit and then smile. And it becomes painfully obvious that he forgot who you are as you're talking to him. And he's being polite and smiling. And then you remind him of something and it snaps. His eyes go wide, almost dilating. He's like, oh, of course, yeah, right, I remember that time. And he genuinely means it for about 5 minutes. And the memory slips. He calls you by other people's names. When you correct him, he chuckles and just shrugs it off. You can tell his mind is fighting with every ounce and power to remember you. And it's like sand through an hourglass. It always finds a way through the cracks.
All right. So I assume we're leaving today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ilona's going to start saying goodbye. I imagine this point, I don't know, they've been hanging around the castle for a little bit, making sure the transition's going smoothly. Shonaba's trying to make sure, I don't know if people recognize her or not, but basically trying to make sure nothing crazy happens in between this transition. And as they're packing up to leave, Ilona's going to find Morel wherever he may be in the palace at this time, and knock on whatever doorway to what room he's in.
Okay. He's in kind of a big map room at this point in time. He's looking at a bunch of documents already about restructuring the Akkadian Empire and global politics, blah, blah, blah. The minute he sees you, you do see in him a sense of recognition, and he asks everyone to leave the room. Ilona, it's so good to see you. I've been so busy. Feels like a whirlwind for the past couple of days. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. What have you been working on?
Sorry, where are my manners? It's been forever since we had some alone time. Go ahead, let me pull you out a chair. He pulls out this large wooden chair with leather upholstery and pulls one out next to it. And he's like, oh, come on, sit down. We haven't had a chance to catch up in, months. Since we last saved the world, I guess.
Yeah, she refuses the chair. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. It's always happy to talk to my partner.
You kind of disappeared there, Bud. You didn't tell anyone goodbye. You didn't tell anyone where you were going.
Yeah. I'm not really excited about that, but, when you're trying to overthrow the king of the most powerful empire on the planet, the spy network is very large, and you have to be very quiet. And plausible deniability. If I got captured, I didn't want them to get to you either.
But we all met Hamas with you walking through the city. Everyone saw us with you. Hamas is the leader of the rebellion. They were gonna probably tie it back to us anyway, if they had any intel.
Maybe. Maybe not. I didn't mean anything rude by it. I just thought it would be safer to keep you at arm's length until this is over. At least in the reconnaissance phase of the operation.
Right.
Lona.
What?
No, you look sad, and I'm starting to get a little worried. What's on your mind?
It's just like you didn't think of me at all.
I mean, I did. I thought about you all the time, but I thought I was making the right choice in protecting you. I apologize about the silence. I had to do what I thought was right for a good cause. I'm sorry if I shut you out because of that.
I understand. Sometimes we may have to make really difficult choices for the greater good of the people that we care about, and I get it. I do. I guess I just got excited that it was the very beginning, and it feels like it got cut short before it even started.
Yeah. But that's the way I look at it is that now we're in a great place to go as far as the story wants to go. I mean, I'm the king of Arcadia. If you want to, you can be queen. Overlook some of the restoration. I know it's not your thing, but
No, it's just that's so not. I just don't think you get it, and I think that's even sadder to me.
Alona, I know that I went silent. And I know that we'd started dating. I mean, hell, half the time that we were dating, I was just your cheerleader. Watching you do all the amazing things, and that was great. And I had to learn to get comfortable with distance. I'm not asking for that in return, but I'm apologizing for it now that it's on my shoulders, and I don't know what else to say. I made a mistake. I made a choice, and I guess it was the wrong one. I don't really know what else there is to say.
I'm glad you're king.
All right.
You deserve it. And I really think that you're going to do your part in fixing this world. And you do your part, and I will do mine.
My mind's been a little fuzzy since the other night. But am I reading this correctly? You're gonna do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing. That means we're doing them separately.
At this point, I don't think there's any other way we can do it.
No, maybe you're right. I understand. It hurts, but I understand. Well, Alona of Or, as sworn king of Arcadia, there's one last thing Morel Harkisian I can do for you.
Don't fuck it up.
Thankfully, wiser men and women and thems will ensure that I won't fuck things up too bad. So, I'm in good hands. And as for you, Alona of Or, don't fuck it up yourself.
Yeah, I won't.
When you see Joey, could you get a picture of the little sprite? I'm starting to forget what he looks like. And I don't want that to happen to Joey.
Yeah.
All right. He stiffens up. You see him now in this beautiful gold, gorgeous long tunic with a gorgeous waist wrap and very, very fancy pants, and a long kind of purple furred cape. And he straightens up and adjusts his cape a bit, and he says, just goes, all right, Alona of Or, as King of Acadia, I, Morel Hakisian I, will give you my solemn vow that I shall not fuck it up. And until then, I'm sorry, I probably will fuck it up. But I'll do my best.
Counting on it.
Yeah. Have a good journey. I have work to do, so.
And she leaves.
Okay. So, I want to first of all give you a hero point. I actually give everyone a hero point for that. I'm sure that was a time. That being said, it's been 3 months since that conversation as everyone has left. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask everyone 2 questions. Number 1, what is the downtime for your character like in these 3 months? What are you doing personally? And number 2, what is something Morel is doing to make the world a better place?
I mean, in the meantime, that gigantic book that flew open during the grand battle between Morel and the elder god and his dad, Alona's studying as much as she can about elder gods. And I'm hoping that Morel is also doing research so we can better understand
With what memory?
elder gods.
With what memory?
What? He can't study? Like all of a sudden his memory's gone?
That's the question the elder gods asked the Acadian
Morel
kings.
Is Morel a
Journal.
goldfish now?
He can
Morel,
journal.
he could, but I'll say this. Morel cannot remember or recall the elder gods specifically. And the side effect of that is his overall memory is having issues trying to protect him. So
He's got PTSD, is what you're saying.
basically, like magical, like MPTSD, magical PTSD. But that being said, let's go around and do a quick, what is your character doing in 3 months? And what is Morel doing in those 3 months as well? Let's start off with Wes. Wes, what is Dragon doing in his downtime for 3 months?
Downtime. I don't know how much downtime Dragon is having. I mean, he's still, one of the Guardians of Respite, so Hamasa. So he might be sent out on a few hunts or things. Probably spending time with his wife and child, but realistically, he's probably studying up on spells. Like, what spell can I use to blow up a moon? So that's kind of where Dragon's at. And I definitely don't want to speak for Randy, but I feel like I feel like having Acadia start to repair relations and fix Brack would be what he's been doing.
Okay. Cool.
Like, Dragon would have been like I feel like both Dragon and Lothier would have been walking up side by side being like, hey, so this place, Fix your shit. I hope it's been 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're good. All
Okay.
right, so cool. We'll get to that in a second. Studying spells and the GOR stuff. Alona's studying Elder Gods. Alona, what is something Morel is doing? You want Morel to be studying Elder Gods as well, to the best of his ability?
Not if he's gonna forget.
Do you want him to be studying anything specifically?
I feel like, I mean, okay, if he's actually gonna study, I think he should study the history between, you know, the kings and Kamba,
Okay,
specifically Akkadian history, if we're gonna get that specific.
got it. Cool. Next up, Shionibus. What is Shionibus doing in a 3-month downtime?
I feel like it's a lot of meetings between, like, she splits her time between like the Duat and the mortal plane of trying to figure out what to do with all these elder gods and these issues. And so like half studying with Alona and her being really freaking bored all the time. And eventually it's just her just like looking at the same page over and over. And she does that classic like detention where it's like she falls asleep with like a book on her face.
Burning the midnight oil and
Sorry,
Alona's taking it
Alona.
seriously, and you're totally snoring. I love it.
Why in the high school AU are we the unlikely best friends, where Shionibus is the big tough baddie and Alona's the nerdy bookworm? Please, why did we accidentally finish the trope?
Just for shits and giggles, can you give me your choice, Shionibus, of an attack roll or a perception check?
It would really help if I had my stuff up. So
Yeah.
hold on. Put in some elevator music. Go, everyone.
Hold on.
Hello, my
Too late, I
baby.
already put it
Hello,
up.
my
Oh,
mama.
okay. Hello, my ragtime gal. Also, Randy,
You
has
said
knows
either
your
attack or
dragon jersey. That's cool
perception?
shit. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Attack roll or perception check?
Let's do attack. My attack is way higher than my perception. Not way higher, but definitely higher.
Yeah.
Yeet. Yikes. That wasn't a good roll, but it's going to be a 24.
24. Okay. You happen to find one of the demons on your list has infiltrated your court, disguised as one of your close guards, and they got away before you're able to kill them.
Look, all I gotta say is call your boy up. I'm there for you.
We're going hunting.
Yeah, down.
All right. So we got meetings of Duat and doing studying with the Elder Gods, and what is Morel doing in this time?
Working on patching up trade routes and foreign relationships.
Okay. Cool. I got something special for that. So, last but not least, Lothier. What is Lothier doing in that 3-month time period?
PJ, I have like 3 things written down that I could have been doing during that time. And it's hard for me to choose just one. But what I am imagining is a couple of things. One, there's a archdruid stuck in the Fae, or at least went to the Fae looking for answers.
Mm-hmm.
B, we have elder gods, and elder gods are a part of this realm, and everything's set here. As a druid, I don't probably like a lot of the Fae magic and those kinds of things disturbing nature. But I have to wonder if there's ever, if elder gods are like all powerful beings from this realm, and the Fae are like all powerful creatures in their realm. I wonder if there's ever been any research on sort of the connection between, or sort of how those two entities have butted heads in the past.
Okay.
The Fae
So you
and
want to
Elder.
research the connection between potential connections between elder gods and the Fae?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Because it lets me move towards what the it helps me achieve my goal of learning more about the Fae, so I can try to find this guy, but also still be contributing to what we're trying to do.
Sure.
But you're a genius, Randy, because that makes so much sense. Because if the elder gods are the original gods from this world, the Fae didn't come from this mortal
Right.
plane. They're
Right.
their own fuck.
They're their
We
own
have
thing.
a chance. Wow.
Cool.
So that's the research I've chosen.
Sure.
And then Morel. I mean, Wes is 100% correct. It would be fix Brack or help Brack. But specifically, I want to work with like Brack leaders so that it doesn't feel like an occupation. Like I don't want like Acadia to like march in and be like, we're now taking care of everything, because that's also not wanted.
Absolutely.
I want them to provide things like food and shelter, sort of paying reparations as opposed to actually taking over. And so I want to make sure, I want to be clear with Morel about what some of those guidelines would need to be serving. Like I want him to do that, but I want him to do it tactfully, I guess.
Of course.
So that Brack gets back some of what they're owed.
Absolutely. Well, then everyone give me a roll. This will all be master level DCs, meaning the DC will be a base of 30. Lothier, give me a nature check. Shionibus, give me a survival check. Dragon, give me an arcana check. And Alona, give me a religion check.
I rolled a 30.
Hell yeah.
I got a 35.
Ooh, same.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdy. Kylie, what was yours?
24.
Oh,
Didn't make it.
no.
Oh no.
I haven't rolled, y'all. I haven't rolled above like a 10 in 3 games.
Oh wait. People in chat need to know this. Before our game today, Chionibus rolled, I don't know how many sets of dice, but all of them came up once. So keep Chionibus in your prayers tonight.
I figured you just got that bad luck out of the way already, but
Yes.
no.
I thought so too.
Not
here we are.
looking that way.
Yeah.
Could be worse. You could get a 1
Sorrows.
on like a save. That would be terrible.
Sorrows. Prayers. Sorrows.
Lothier, what was your nature check?
It is a 35.
Dope. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you the tale of what Morel does in this 3-month time period, and then I'll get with you individually. Morel absolutely reaches out to Samantha Stokes at Stokes Industries in New Jack City and starts putting a bunch of money into a program to fund Samantha Stokes specifically on her effort to provide farming equipment for the nation of Brack. And after doing so, he personally comes to Brack with a group of advisors and magicians and wizards, and he asks Lothier, what do you need of me to ensure that you're getting the help you need without a second occupation? He's like, I don't want to put troops in another country again. That's a waste of everyone's time. So he works with you diligently on that. Eventually, he leaves you in charge of the wizards and advisors and then just goes back to Acadia, putting you in full control of that to whatever capacity you feel is accurate.
They're helping with Fae research, because the best way to find this druid, I mean, like, the best way to fix Brack is to find this druid who knows more than any of us combined, right? And now, so they're assisting with research it's essentially research to better Brack, but
Sure. Absolutely. They're doing that, and we'll get back to that in just a second. Patching up trades and foreign relations. Morel has gotten every single member of basically the old heads, the old wizards, the old sorcerers, got every bit of old magic he could find. He dragged them to Or, and after 3 months straight of rituals, the sun now shines again in the city of lights.
What?
It was not pretty. They had horrible health because of this. The wizards almost died in the process. But the sun has returned to Or.
Oh, oh, oh.
Was it Acadia's fault in the first place?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It was their
Oh,
fault.
so
Yeah.
then,
It was their fault.
holy shit.
It was 100% their fault. Yep, no. I just thought that was too big of an ask. I thought that was like,
That's fair.
I don't want to break our world. I don't want to.
Praise the sun.
He does say that the ritual will have to be redone once a year, every year, for like a generation to ensure that there's no like weird side effects. But for the next year, the sun will rise in Or every day and set every night. So he appoints someone in Or to basically be the giant alarm clock to remind his dumbass that he's got to send over the wizards to do the ritual one more time. Now, with that being said, he pulls all the troops that are probably still just hanging around at this point, if there's any left, pulls them out with him. They march the hell out of town in this big ceremony, like, thank you, so sorry, goodbye. And then he goes to Nubia. He goes to Nubia with a handful of his closest guard and a retinue of gold people behind him. Gold stone warriors. He walks up to the elves of Nubia, walks up to Shionibis and the rest of the court, and he says, I have had the grace of traveling with one of your court members for quite a while, and I know that you are all very capable and powerful demon slayers, but I also know that your numbers are limited, and that's my fault. But not mine, but the people who wore my face years ago, my kin, my family. And I can't yet undo that. But what I can do is give you a standing army that demons cannot corrupt, that can fight for you. They are called the Immortal Guard. They do not age, they do not die, they do not eat, they do not sleep. You can use whatever magics you want to make them in any image you wish. The gold is just ostentatious because, well, my father had a thing for gold. But this army is yours to do as you wish. I leave all the morality issues with this in your clever hands. But if you need to draw back your forces on the Red Wastes, they can at least hold the line. I don't know if they can kill all the demons, but they can hold the line. I believe I have to handshake the queen, right? Who's that? Who do I have to do that to?
Fionavis will step up and shake his hand.
He stops, he goes,
Sobs.
he looks at you, he goes, oh, queen, right, hold on. And you see on his hand, like in a little cheat sheet, he has written Queen Shionibis of the Court of Nubis, like, Queen Shionibis, it's a pleasure to see you.
If I just need to wear a name tag, that's fine too.
As the representative of my culture and my kingdom, I will have to do better. My memory has not been the same as it once was, but I can always try.
She'll pat his shoulder and just be like, I know, friend.
You see those eyes dilate as he remembers for like a split second, a flicker of a memory in the back of his head. Yeah, friend. Remind me not to go logging with you. And he chuckles and then walks away. 3 years, I'm still riding that. I'm milking it for all I got.
That's valid.
Okay. Studying the kings of Akkadian history and other things. That will be private. But a letter will come later. Now, on to Lothier. I'm so glad that you asked for assistance on researching something about the Elder Gods. In fact, you hit on something. I'm going to give you a hero point because I don't think you knew this. One of the wizards of Acadia is an Akkadian half-elf. Very old, very powerful. and he has been going over the books with you, and he stops for a second, and he says, um, Druid Lothier, I have found something that I think you should, very tantamount to our research.
Right. I'm on my way. He stands up, dusts off, and he goes, Dorora, don't mess the book up while I'm gone. And then walks on over. And he goes, all right, what are we looking at here?
Well, he pulls out 2 books, lays them down in front of you, and he says, this is the the Elven book of, it's like a religious book, if you will. It's a very rare book. We don't really print these much anymore. We tell the stories through song and through dance whenever we can, but every now and then we write it down. And then I looked at this other thing here that you've got about the eldritch things, of which I'm wiser not to say their names out loud. Are you familiar with the ballad, Druid Lothier? Sorry, I'll get your name right. Are you familiar with the ballad?
No, I'm not. What is this ballad you speak of?
Well, I'm not entirely sure the details, because again, not many of us have gone to the Fey Realm. But according to the book, a long time ago, the elves were made out of music, somewhere else in the greater multispheres. A song and dance so amazing and powerful and eclectic that all things were created from it. And with this ballad, there were the Fey gods, if you will, or as they call themselves, the Feelvanane were made. And it's funny you mention the connection here, because in the ballad, one of the gods goes missing. About the same time in the Book of Eldritch Horrors, a new god appears.
What? That can't be a coincidence. And he sort of lays both books down and is going back and forth between them, trying to correlate that. And he goes, in the further reading of this book, does it say anything about what sort of realms that Fae that disappeared around that town was?
According to this, it was around the Great Walkabout that they went and vanished.
And then in this other time, an eldritch god is created.
Yes. Now, I don't want to presume that you know what the Great Walkabout is about.
No, I don't. I would love you to enlighten me if you know.
Right. Well, in the Feelvanane's court, specifically the court of Sweetest Song, there is Yazint Monfriv. Yazint is the whistle. He is the farmer. He decided to have what's called the Great Walkabout, and of course that's how the elves came to your world. Yazint left the Fae on a walkabout, landed here in this wonderful little rock, and started planting trees as a gift because he thought our world was so beautiful. And he took a gift back, because that's how the Feelvanane work. They give a gift, they take a gift. He gave you all the trees, should I say, he gave you all the seeds of life to make the trees of life, planted them, and then the elves were born. And in doing so, he took a large chunk of water from the oceans and gave it to his wife, the sky. And that's why in the Feelvanane they have morning dew, and then they have rain. So the walkabout is kind of how the elves came to be, you see. But also, he didn't walk about alone. He had followers, he had stragglers. He had a kind of a bit of a jerk named Cleese, and then that's when he goes missing.
All right, that's a name I'll make sure to share with my friends. All right. I need to find out more about this. I need to talk to somebody. And you see him sort of close his eyes. Alona is inside of the archives now, right?
Yes, yeah.
What are the floors in the archives made out of?
Correct my memory. Archives at Or or archives
Or.
in Or?
Yeah.
It's just a very old building made of stone and I imagine mud and civil masonry. If Sidney wants to go into
Uh,
greater detail, please by all means.
But now there's sunlight.
But
Yeah,
now
I
there is
mean-
sunlight.
As long as there's mud a part of some of that, because you're gonna get a message from Lothier.
That's right.
Um,
Okay.
and so Lothier is gonna, hello, can you hear me? And
Imagine
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I wanted to know where you were.
I would.
So
yeah.
actually, Alona's in the reliquary. And I imagine at this point in time having a little bit of mud pop up from wherever the stones are in the reliquary and just start bubbling and talking. If Zara Leor is nearby, Alona makes sure to rush over to the mud and go, "What are you doing here? Oh, there. You remember what happened the last time you were here?"
Uh, yes. So we'll make this fast. How about this? I might have found some information about eldritch gods, and maybe, and this is just a maybe, a connection with the Fae. Apparently, during the Fae walkabout, maybe you're more well read than I am, but around the time of the walkabout, someone, one of the Fae, went missing. Right around the same time that in this other book, A History of the Elder Gods, uh, whose names we shall not say, that that that's when they appeared around the same time, and it's a mighty huge coincidence in the fact that this book is rarely even kept. These are old.
Which Fey god went missing?
I believe the name was Cleese.
Cleese, the Fey god? I don't know what Cleese, the Fey god. Cleese? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
There was a Fey god named Cleese. I need to do more research into
Yeah.
that.
That's why I wanted your brain. I figured if we don't have the information here, you might have more where you are. So
I will absolutely double check. Thank you. Thank you, Lothier. How are you holding up over there?
it's keeping me busy because it makes me real sad that Morel, well, you know, doesn't quite remember us. I mean, the time me and Dragon were with him was a lot less than y'all, but it still hurts just the same.
No, yeah, Lothier. I mean, just because we might have known him for longer doesn't mean you time doesn't matter. The time we spent together did. But, just because we knew him for longer, it doesn't matter.
Yep. And so I'm keeping myself busy with the research. I'm turning, yeah.
Yeah, I should do the same. I'm gonna
Are you okay?
I'm gonna research what?
Are you okay?
Um no, I'm not okay. But we don't have time for me not to be okay. So I'm going to do the same thing you're doing. And I'm going to continue doing as much research as we can so we can save the world
Again,
for the 5th time, feels like.
I mean, I've only done it once. But Alona, if you ever need something, I hope you know. I mean, I'm here. I don't really leave this place much. So if you ever need a shoulder or even just like a spa day, I guess, you know, you can call, right?
Thank you, Lothier. I really appreciate that. Um don't try and martyr yourself too much. I know you have the god of love stuck with you, but you don't have to, like, I don't know, play therapist like he does all the time. But I really appreciate you asking me. Thank you.
No problem. All right. I'll let you back to it and get out of your library. And that little piece of mud that sort of came up out of the ground sort of disappears.
All right.
We need to up these wards or something. I don't. This is not.
Like, I know he's a powerful druid, but that was too easy. I want to jump over to Dragon, studying spells and doing Guardians of Respite stuff. So I would imagine every day you wake up near your wife and child and have like one more day where you kind of whatever emotional commitment to that you give. And before I get too lost, also a huge shout out to the raid. Thank you, Lost Caravan RPG and Osiris 1138. Great seeing you. Thank you so much. But yeah, imagine every day you wake up, this sickling green portal just explodes in the middle of like your backyard. You go walking through it, and you're right in the plane of the dead. One of the things you find is you quickly rise amongst the ranks in the 3 months time period, and you are offered to join Ormira in private study with some of the more secret spells of the book that they have. And she shows you a spell, and this seems very specifically prompted, but you don't really have any idea why. And she says, "So I need to introduce you to a spell you need to learn eventually. It's called the Crook. It's called the Crook of the Guardian."
What's it do?
She holds up her hand. You see her eyes become a smoky white as the crystals in her body sort of glow purple, and she forms this massive scythe made out of churning black energy, like this Sabeline scythe just in her hand. And she says, "The Crook of the Guardian."
Oh, yeah. I would very much like to learn that. Yes.
Right. Here's the thing that you need to understand. My accent straight. This can only be given to the leader of the Guardians.
Oh. Wait, hold up. You want me to lead the Guardians? You've met me, right?
Hey, I have. And it strikes me as you're the only one here who'd probably put a slug in Thane Animus's chest before he did something stupid and poncy. So to that, I say thank you.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that.
Mm-hmm. She closes.
So,
yeah.
No. So he was just going to be like, so. What's the next step?
With a flick of her hand, all the doors in this study antechamber closes, and it's almost like one of those vacuum sealed doors that like voice actors do their like audio recording and you can't hear anything. And she says, "Well, first things first, you have to get ready to never die again. Second, something terrible is coming, and I'm not going to be here for much longer when that time comes. All the 5 of us, well, 4 now. Time comes for us all. And eventually you are going to have to become unkillable and then kill death."
I mean, I think that would be a first for me, so I'm always up for a challenge.
Great. That's great. So first thing you have to learn to do is basically fashion some sense of a soul into a blade. Could be living, could be dead. That's really more on you.
Would this soul be in any pain or anything along those lines, or is it?
Could it be in pain? Could it be just really needs to help you out? Well, at the end of the day, I'll leave it in your hands to decide, the person in charge for that sort of feat. and then you go from there.
Oh, all right. I think I have an idea, but as long as should the soul have some sort of connection to me, I guess I'm just curious about this.
I mean, if you're a sick fuck, sure, that's your choice, mate. I'm not making it for you.
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be bad or not. That was my questions.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, look, again, it's not my job to judge. I'm just saying, like, you choose a soul, right? You give it an opportunity to either die or live, whatever, but it's going to become the Scythe, the Crook, the Guardian, After that, I didn't care. You do whatever you need to do. But the fact of the matter is, this weapon has been protecting this church and these beds for 30,000 years, if not more.
I guess you tell me if this is wrong or not, but I guess I just thought it would be nice to fight alongside my father again.
Well, that's between him and you. Maybe he preferred the chance to, one more fight by your side. I cannot choose for him or you.
All right.
All right. Go, this is such an awkward thing to say. Go find your father, right? Go find your dad, and you two figure that out in your own time. It's none of my business, and I'm going to go, and I am going to probably... who needs to turn down Cerberus? You know what? You go do your thing. I'm going to go open the doors and pretend like we never had this conversation.
All right, I will. Am I not supposed to tell anybody, or?
Yeah, no, don't tell anyone. Because it's not that you can't trust him. You can. It's just we're all guardians, and sometimes guardians have a hard time letting people go when they have to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally would not have the same issue at all.
Yeah, it's hard work what you do, but anyway. So see you later, Blue Boy. And this big, purple and dark dinosaur, good lord, dragon wormkin leaves the antechamber of magical study with the big book of magical guardian secrets and this knowledge that you're being chosen for this fate.
God damn it.
Say fate again, PJ.
You've been chosen for this fate.
Fate?
Now say, if you could change your fate.
What would you do if you could change your fate?
Would you?
Would you? Or would your mother turn into a bear and your dad would pop off and your two little brothers would turn to shit cubs that ferret everywhere? I don't know, I can't choose for you. Oh, there's 3 of them? Even worse. Even worse.
I like shooting bows and arrows.
And it's all just a giant metaphor for generational trauma and a mother-daughter relationship finally coming together. I don't know. What would you do? Would you do it?
Also, the old lady in the witch's hut is the little girl from Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, fan theory approved.
Oh, that big overarching Pixar theory. I love that.
Yep.
Also, I love how the theme this season so far has just been PJ just doing accents.
The world's growing bigger and bigger, and they can't all sound like Morel, so I gotta do something different. I purposely, I'll go jump the next scene, but I think I might get a kick out of this. I purposely made it so that when I made Morel, I made the 2 twins, Gaius and Marius, at the headquarters of the Platinum Hammer sound just like him, just so I could have a conversation like, oh, you sound just like me, or you sound just like me. We sound so much alike. Look, sometimes people are going to have the same voices. And I was like, that's for me.
It gives me Clone Trooper vibes.
Yes!
Right?
Whoa,
Yes!
Yeah, we have 2, we have tabletop roles rating us as well.
Hey!
Hello,
welcome.
Tabletop Rolls. Thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, we're just getting into some downtime actions before we get into the next big thing. All right, so last downtime actions. I'm going to make this a 2-for-1 special since both y'all are doing this together. And then we'll also tie in that 1 morale action we haven't gotten. So, we cut to the studying of the Eldritch stuff with Shionibus and Alona. And Alona, I'm going to say Shionibus definitely does a whole, snoring thing at one point. She kind of goes off into beddy by time. So, Alona, now that she's asleep, do you keep looking over the old books, or do you keep looking at that one book? Hero point
I
for
saw her
dedication.
awake.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit. So Alona wakes you up.
I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna tickle your armpit.
Immediately smacks you so hard it gives you a dead arm. So sorry.
Oh! Ow!
I'm awake. I'm awake.
What the? Ah! Great. Good. I need your. Come here. We're switching books. These aren't getting us nowhere.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. We'll switch books.
You need me to orate to you like you're 5?
No, I'm good. I'm chilling. Alright. What have I missed? I mean, I've been reading the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we do here.
yeah.
Looks around the library. Listen, I know maybe you didn't want to be here necessarily, and maybe you're here for, like, I don't know, emotional support, but, like, have you found anything?
I don't think we heard you there. You're not muted, but I don't think we got you.
Oh, your mic cut out. That was weird.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Y'all had me scared for a second that Kaylee was coming back.
Oh no, not Kaylee.
Oh, I thought that
Wow.
robot
Person Kaylee.
doppelganger was long gone.
Dark days, the panini. So did you find anything?
Well, DJ, have I found anything?
Going off your roll, I'm gonna say no. You found a lot of great facts about Adelphon, but that's about it.
No, I haven't. But did you know Adelphon's state fish is the spiked pranful?
Cannon.
How do you spell that?
No
what?
idea. Sound it out.
Did you say Franful or the
Adelphon.
Cranful?
Franful.
Got it.
Like a cranberry?
Sure.
But it's spiked.
But
Yeah.
it's spiked.
That's the best part.
Next time y'all ever get to Adelphon Prime, it's gonna be like, "Hello, would you like some spiked Franful? It is our state fish, after all." I'm gonna just you wait. It's gonna
I
pop
thought
up.
it was cranful, like a cranberry.
No, Franful.
Franful.
Like Fran Drescher.
Sure.
Mm-hmm,
And that's what they have to sound like, PJ.
okay. I'll make my GM notes.
Yay. Oh god, now I really want to hear you do a Fran Drescher accent.
You'll have to wait till Adelphon.
All right. That's really cool. I did actually know that. I know all of the country's fish. I had to learn that for some reason growing up. There was a quiz. What have I found, PJ?
Glad you asked. So looking over, and you're looking over the old book. You said the one the stone book that you found.
Yes.
Okay. After days of translation, you have finally fully translated 3 pages with 3 images on them. And in the interest of time and not flowery speech, you come to find that Rialag, or at least the first that he chose to be his writer, priest, scion, whatever, wrote in these books that my lord only sees 3 ends to his life. The first, you see an image of multiple hands holding the hilt of a sword, and where the blade should be, you see a tree on fire coming out of the hilt of the sword as all hands clutch it. And it says, "The weapons made by those to kill that which cannot die. On the second page, you see, in a very crude and garish fashion, all of the gods of the Astrogenicon split in half. And it says, all of the gods die. And therefore Rielag has no enemies. And then the third image shows a picture of the Earth. I'm sorry, the Earth. A picture of the planet. And Hammer and Forge, the dwarven god of creation of all kinds, hammering again at the Earth, at the planet, and saying, "Our new world be built with new stars in the sky."
Kill him with fire. Kill all the gods. Destroy the world. Start over. There's
I
only
think-
one good option.
I think the last thing is a little different. Instead of destroy the world, start over, I think it's create a new world. Just like it sounds, I don't know. Am I understanding that incorrectly, PJ?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I think PJ is being very specific with his words there because, like, I don't know. I've got feelings. I'll talk about them
We
later.
got feelings. I like those feelings. Well, we're certainly not going with option number 2. Okay, actually that's very helpful. Wow. Okay, that's terrifying. Was the writer of this book named Cleese perchance?
No. But
Did I
he does
find-
have an opening in the book, and he says, I've forsworn my name because in madness I forgot it.
Oh, man.
That's pretty convenient.
Sounds like something a guy named Cleese would do. Ooh.
But jumping off of that, is there any research that we can do about Cleese, or is that a thing we can't do? Can we research Cleese? Can we research John Cleese, please?
You may
Good Lord,
absolutely do research on Cleese. About this time, you will get a letter. Everyone give me, I'm sorry, the two of you give me either a master religion check or an elven lore check if you have lore elves.
I have both, but I'm gonna do.
You do have a
religion.
hero point, Kylie. You have a hero
Y'all.
point.
I know I'm gonna use it. I rolled a freaking 2. A 2.
Sucks.
I'm sorry. That's rough.
And then
39.
39.
Jesus Christ.
What was yours, Kylie?
Elven lore?
Yeah, elven lore or religion, whatever is higher for you.
That's a funny joke, PJ.
I'm pretty funny.
That's some math. Hold on. My brain was like, "No, you got this," and I'm like, "No, I don't." 22.
22. Okay. Also, all in all, that gives you a 40, so you get a crit. You're able to find very limited information about the Faelva name, but you do find something. An excerpt from history texts like 30,000 years ago. And you do see something about the Great Walkabout when the trees of life were first planted, and how the few elves that first saw him mentioned Yazand Monfriv, who planted the trees, and he mentioned that he was followed by two people, two other Fae, and one went missing underground. The other one never stopped running ever since. The one who never stopped running is named Cleese Gair, and you actually have run into one of his disciples somewhere in Agrippa upon a Bear. Two, actually. Well, one of his and one of someone else. Cleese Gair is the Fey god of trickery and pranks and tricksters.
Whoa. Did we run into Cleese? There was one time where we ran into a Fae.
Technically, that never happened in universe.
Oh, that's my brain.
Mhm,
Got
mhm,
it.
What
mhm.
episode was that?
It was my audition.
Yeah, it was a season. It was a session
That's
0.
that's why it's stuck in my head because
Mhm.
that's yes.
That bitch. Oh, I hate him.
Love that. Yeah, so that's what you see about Cleese, about Yazin's great walkabout, and the Fae that went missing in darkness.
Okay, wait. No, I lost it. There was a question there. It's fine.
It's okay. You can ask
I'll
me.
rewatch. I'll rewatch the episode and I'll ask you later.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, but you do get a letter eventually from Morel. It seemed, well, see, someone's dictating what he's writing, and you can see there's like heavy dots of ink, as you can see he's forgetting what he's about to say, and then it just kind of continues onward, and it talks about effectively speaking a book that was kept with more information about the elder gods that King Akkad I had written and sealed in a special room in the palace. And though reading it would drive you mad, it does say the names of some of the elder gods directly.
Where's this book again?
It's back at the palace.
Well, rats. That's a lot of traveling. A lot of traveling for some knowledge. Man, at this point, Alona needs to have just like fast travel ports in every library in the world. Can I do that?
I mean, you're a pretty high profile person, and you happen to know a couple of rituals here and there that help you with long distance communication. And you also happen to know a blue guy who knows teleport.
That's true. That
Mhm.
means you'd have to go to every library in the world. Not that you wouldn't, you just haven't been like I have. We have to go there first.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the new version of Dragon likes to read books. He does,
Aw,
especially
Dragon.
when
And
the books
that's-
teach him how to blow things up.
Oh.
That sounds right.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone gets a hero point as you have your downtime actions, your 3 months of research, studying, growing, and learning more about the Fae and the Elder Gods and all that good stuff. And then, sometime around the end of that 3-month period of time, you receive an unofficial summons to the palace of King Harkisian I.
We're summoned back to Acadia?
Mm-hmm.
Unofficial.
Yes, the language very much states the clandestine nature of this meeting.
What? Has Morel
Chelsea.
been hanging out with Ichi? That's what I need to know. As I'm opening my letter. No, if this was from Ichi, there would be a card.
Does this... Oh, God. Alona shows the letter to Shionibus.
Huh? What?
We're being summoned back to Acadia. I think Morale
Damn it.
wants to... I know. This letter doesn't seem like him.
You think it's the moon?
No, I just think he's really, really forgetting.
Do you think I should actually wear that name tag?
Worth a shot.
Man, I knew I should have had it laminated when I was home. God damn it.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else y'all want to clear up, we'll go right ahead to the traveling and arrival at the palace in the Acadian's capital city, where Morel is staying.
Is he in the throne room, out of curiosity?
He's in the throne room. His personal guards are there, as is a few other warriors. One you recognize as Hamasa. I'm sorry, Hamaz. Jesus Christ. Hamaz and two other people you don't recognize.
Can I just teleport into a throne room like eating an apple?
Hell yeah. Make that
It's
entrance.
like
Bam!
crunch. Like, I got your letter.
Morel like is stroking his beard at this point, which has gotten much longer and groomed. You even see like a small little bit of gray starting to form right here at the chin, and he's kind of just stroking his beard. And he's like, looks very sternly. Does everyone else make a fantastic entrance as well? Oh, okay.
Dragon mostly did it to see what his guards would do.
Oh yeah, they snap too, and then the like 3 or 4 guys are hanging around Morel are like, no. These are the people we summoned. Down. And you see Hamas like, yeah, if they were really here to hurt him, I would draw weapons. You're fine. So Morel kind of looks all of you very sternly, and then kind of leans over to Hamas and whispers in his ear, and he kind of, okay. And then Hamas starts walking down and approaches all of you, and he says, "Greetings, friends. It has been too long since we last seen each other. My lord and king wishes to ask you a very delicate favor of sorts. A very delicate favor." Right. Great. So my king and I and others of our retinue have been doing inventory in some of the hidden chambers of this palace, and we have found a few things of interest. But the reason we have called you here today is because of this. And the other guys go behind this kind of facade wall and come out with this massive chest. It's about the size of, I'm going to say, a teenage male, about 5 feet. They bring it out, they place it down, and Morel kind of stands up and says, "I found this item in the back of the inventory of the place, and apparently a long time ago, we took a lot of relics from around the world, certain things. Dragon War 5,000 years ago. On the last day of the fighting, a small unit of heroes went into a forbidden dragon dungeon during the fighting. Verlaine Tarsian, who was the general for our side, led the operation, and Verlaine told them to get something very important that was in that dungeon, and that unit succeeded, having been carried away by a behemoth at the time, and shortly after Cormat was killed, or so we thought. Anyway, so I found this thing, and all of my research says that it is the egg of Remitamat.
What?
Could you please open the chest up? And they come with 4 keys on each side, unlock it, and clunk down. In the center of the room, you see about a 5'5" tall egg made of platinum, pulsing like a heartbeat. You can even see a little bit of a membrane through the platinum shelling.
Alona's freaking out, just like Sidney is. Okay, you're telling me that a long time ago, Acadia stole the baby dragon of peace?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. Now I kind of get what's going on, and I see why
Now
you're
I
freaking out a
understand
little
the
bit. Yeah.
facial reactions that we've been seeing here.
Right. My brain's a little fuzzy on the mythology. It's Remitamat. He looks around like help me out, give me a word, something. He's looking to you all for what the story is.
Yeah, the baby dragon is named Remitamat. It's one of the sons of Azamat. It's been missing, like you said, for centuries, for a long, long time. It did actually, yes, I remember seeing in a vision and learning about it in history that it was lost during the burning of the elven trees. I do remember that. I can't believe it was in a cave. And I can't believe that you have it. So this egg needs to be protected at all costs because this egg cannot be destroyed or peace will no longer exist in the world at all.
Yes, that. And there's more. Yeah, we stole the egg after an operation to the Great Dragon Wall. We probably had to move it around a bit when the trees were being pruned. Sorry. But yes, according to mythology, I don't know. You reminded me. If the egg hatches and Remetamat is born, then peace will come to the world forever. A dragon god has to find its domain already existing in the world to bond to it, which means Remetamat literally feeds on world peace to ensure world peace.
Dragon takes a step back from the egg.
The walking nuke is like, nah, I'm just gonna get away from this bad boy.
He was tempted to originally sit on it or ask about sitting on it to hatch said egg, but after hearing that remark,
You and your fireball rock stay away from this egg.
Look, the fireball rock is in Dragon's Grave.
Is in Dragon's Grave. It is an
Doing
eternal
an eternal
flame.
torch, peace torch.
See, that
thing.
should help the little.
We'll
egg.
just put the egg on there.
So you have this egg.
What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
But what are we doing with it? That was a question? Yeah. Oh. We took it to ensure the end of the Great Dragon War. And ironically, shortly after taking it, that's when Kuramat was defeated and the war shortly ended. The best I can tell from my my ancestry's notes is that we were holding on to it to ensure that it could hopefully hatch without dragons coming to kill everyone else for taking it or anyone else destroying it to prevent world peace. And now I have
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, please. What were you going to say?
So now that you've discovered that you have this in your possession, what do you want to do now?
Could you please? One of the other people comes up, holds out their hand, and you see this magical column of light appear. And in it, you see Morel in his night clothes in the middle of the that's what I'm looking for. In the middle of the royal throne area. He's about to go to bed and he's checking his to-do list before he goes to bed so he can remember in the morning. And then you see a large, impossibly large, shadowy figure breaking a door down and walking up to Morel. And you hear what you kind of can get a little bit of the conversation as Morel says, "The other night, this large gentleman threatened my life and my empire and all the innocence of the world for this egg. Knowing full well what this egg represents, I could not keep it here any longer. The feeling that I got was that any fighting with this individual would end up in the destruction of my empire, and I just got to be the king. I don't really want to fail my people so soon. I figure if a small group of world saviors could handle this egg and find a safer place for it, at least this large gentleman would not destroy the egg so easily. I know it is a large ask, but once again, my friends, the world is on the line, and I believe this child is key to that." Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So my figuring is that we just like give a little call to Azamat because he kind of fucking owes us one for the whole Koromat situation, and we can be like, "Hey, look how good being a good dad went with that one. Try it again." And egg.
I mean, that could work. Unfortunately, none of my priests are that well connected yet. We have not had any luck reaching Azamat about this issue.
Damn. All right.
I mean, that's not to say it couldn't happen. It just means we personally can't do that. But maybe you know somebody. I don't know.
Looks at Alona intensely.
I'm gonna say, you want to talk to some gods?
Hey there,
You wanna
kid.
buy
I
a
heard you like
sundial?
faith. You want some mythology? I got it.
I mean, we can always try.
Yeah.
Because Terran Wanderer makes a really good point in chat because Cormat might be the best guardian for it, to be perfectly honest. Now that he's reformed.
Mhm.
Can I do a religion check to see if there's any way I can reach the gods, and if not, if there's a reason why we're the ones who must actually babysit this egg?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, we're trying to save the world here. And trying to do it two ways by also taking this egg a piece sounds like you know those assignments they give like high school students caring for like an egg or a little baby for a little bit, and sometimes you get the parents that like they're like, yo, this is a toy, and then they fail their assignment. That's what I feel like would happen to me.
Yeah, two of us would take very good care of it. The other two would break it for sure. I will leave it up to the audience to figure out who's who.
We've already failed taking care of Joey. Y'all.
Oh, that's so tragically true.
It is.
Look,
So-
one of the party members, I'm not going to name names, the first instinct was, how do I turn this into a mount?
Oh my God.
So, like, I don't know about this crew.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 38 for my religion check.
Okay.
Better work.
We found your kid.
So
You
you
want
may-
him
he could-
back.
Redemption.
yeah. You reach out to the gods. Which ones are you reaching out to one specifically, or is kind of like an all hail, like see who picks up the phone?
I'm reaching out to Azamat or Kormat
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah, you reach out. Let's just say you reach out to Kormat.
Okay.
Kormat is you hear, like, you can kind of like feel like his arm is shutting out, and you feel an impact, and then you feel like this sense of pride, and you feel something just being like just bolting, something kinetic just coming from him, and he says, "Hello there, hello. It's such a pleasure to talk to you again. How can I help you?"
Wow, your energy got really intense. Why are you punching things?
What? But wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Dad, we're not playing ball anymore. I need to talk to a mortal. Sorry, we're throwing the old ball around, catching up on some divine things. You know how it is.
Did you just play catch up? What is the? Do I have a hole in me?
Kormat just kind of laughs. Yes. Old dear Dad and I are playing catch up. Literally, we're playing catch. We're throwing existential concepts across the multiverse and catching them. It's quite grand.
I was gonna say, like, I'm imagining him throwing like suns or galaxies back and forth. It's just like, oh boy.
Yeah. So sorry. So we'll start playing catch. Yes. So Alona, how can I help you exactly?
We found Rubino.
My baby brother. Has he hatched yet? I have this Oshbosh, Bagosh, whatever the hell. He's gonna look so cute in it, with his little chubby arms and legs.
No, he's still an egg.
He's still an egg. What the bloody hell did... Wait. Where did you find him?
Technically, Morel found him.
The himbo? The little golden buff boy? Where did that idiot find him?
In his castle.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Did you know your son... Yes, the one. At the end of the war that I died at, did you know your son has been in Acadia for about 5,000 years, Daddy? Son of a bitch. Anyway. Oh, no, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at circumstances. Right, so... He's there. Great. So he hasn't hatched yet. All right, fine. So, okay, I'm all up to speed, and we're breathing, and we'll focus on that later, and we will forgive ourselves for the war. So, what can I do for you?
Do you want it back?
I mean, at this point, it's a little late.
Not you specifically. Does the astral plane, would they like Remitamot back?
Hold on. Come here, father. Come here. Yep, yeah. You have some daddying to do. Come over here. And Azamat, you just kind of hear Azamat like, hey, is this thing how to? Oh, hi, hi, Alona. Hi, I'm Azamat, God of the gods, God of good.
I remember.
Yes. Listen. Here's the thing. Remitamat can't hatch if he's up here because it removes him from peace. It's a concept. So we have to leave him down there until he hatches, and then he'll rise, and then he'll give way to an eternal world peace. But unfortunately, until then, he's incubating with you all.
So until world peace is somehow magically achieved on a global scale, this egg needs to be protected at all costs until world peace is achieved at a global scale.
Yep. I didn't do that. That is just a gift of the cosmos. I did not put that in my son. That's just how it happened.
Okay. Side note, I love how Alona absolutely freaked out at meeting her own god in person, but she's so done with Azamat and his lack of fatherly skill that she's just tired.
He's like, look, I can't control how these cosmic concepts come into being. I just help give them birth, and I do my best. I didn't make my son stuck in an egg.
At first I thought you were talking about you, PJ. I'm like, yes, you do.
No.
You literally built this world.
PJ, yes. No, Azamat is like, I can't control their universal concepts. I can't do that.
Mid. Sorry.
I'm not mid. Azamat's mid.
Yes.
So, It's about this time that you notice you can feel a looming presence. You can almost feel like, it's like sometimes you're like, remember those old phones where you could have like two conversations and then someone else picks up and you hear someone breathing on the other side?
I know where they are. I can feel them if they're in the room. I have tremor sense.
Dope.
Now.
Cool druid stuff. Unfortunately, they're not in the room. You feel a looming presence. Like I said, almost like a third breath on the line. Breathing. Azamat looks concerned and confused. Kormat does as well. They start to have that audio desynchronized issue where the words they're saying are coming out a little behind their mouth movements until eventually no sound comes out at all, but a high-pitched ringing. And then things slowly fade to black like eyes closing before bed. And you hear this voice. No, little pacifist. This is not your time. And you take 11 damage as you feel someone stabbing you in the stomach. This is not your time at all. This is mine. and then you feel a blade wrench from the muscles of your gut and in betwixt your organs. Now lay down and bleed. And that's when the entire connection fades. You see Alona in the middle of the room recoil as if a massive puncture has doubled her over, and then her body whip as what looks like a blade, none present, removes, and the exit wound and the blood splatter, all suggesting a normal blade has just ran her through. And yet nothing is in the room.
I am sprinting over to
I
her.
cast heal.
Immediately cast stabilize on whoever is hurt. I know
Jay,
it
is
probably
that
doesn't do a lot.
You
but-
get 3d8.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Whoa. Alona, calm down. You're back with us. I don't know what's going on, but you get 12 points of healing back.
Sweet, I'm right back to full health. Alona kind of gasps back to life and goes, "Was that?" PJ, would I recognize that figure as the same figure we saw approaching Morel?
Nope.
No.
It's not the same figure.
We've heard that voice before, though. Right?
But we
Cormac
didn't
used to
hear it.
call Alona a pacifist, but
No. Yeah.
Everyone give me a religion check or a perception check, because you've all heard this voice before.
Oh
oh, son of a beach.
That's what I
nut.
thought.
Beach nut.
You said
Oh.
what or what perception?
29.
Religion or perception? 29?
Oh, absolutely perception. 39.
39. Nice. Kylie, what was yours?
37.
37? Sidney, what was yours?
34.
Okay. Okay. Wes, you recognize it, but you're not quite sure where. You're like, no, I know this voice. I know for a fact that I know this voice. It's a familiar one for me, but it's not one I've ever actually, met. Everyone else, you recognize it. You recognize it deep in your very soul. From the beginning of all creation and time to the thousands of years that you lived in the body of the gods, you recognize the voice of your battle brother, Koga the Warring, the god of struggle, strife, strength, and steel. The god of war himself has weighed in and has attempted to give a warning shot to Alona.
Look, I guess this guy doesn't know how those games go, because, you go after the god of war and then become the god of war, so, just saying.
Wes, you've already given yourself permanently to the underworld.
Look, okay? I'm not saying it would be him.
No.
If
You know
anyone,
who's...
it would be Shionibus.
No, it would be Ichi.
It's Ichi.
Oh, yeah, it would be
Mhm.
Ichi. It would 100% be Ichi, you're right.
So, as Koga has weighed in on the matter of the birth of Remitamat, the baby dragon of world peace, we are going to take a 10-minute break. When we come back, the heroes are going to have to take this baby away from the god of war and the big man that threatened an entire empire to destroy it. But I will say this, before you leave, you happen to look around at this massive 5'5", massive egg that probably weighs a couple hundred pounds, and you start to notice the shell is cracking a small bit. We'll be back in 10 minutes, everyone. Bye.
Dragon.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the second part of this episode. Let's kick things off where last we left. If you don't remember, Alona got stabbed by the god of war as a warning about protecting the baby god of world peace.
Why is it always Alona?
Well, Alona did, as the saying goes, fuck around and find out. A little bit, a smidge. She didn't know. She didn't know.
I just prayed.
You didn't know that you were fucking around. It's okay.
I
It's
don't
a
know why
treat.
it's always me either, Wes. Great question.
It's because you're the only one that can like willingly just pull a god out of the sky. Oh no, Kylie can too.
Yeah.
But I've never seen. I don't think Lothair has seen you like Anubis. He's seen
She
That's
doesn't
you
do a
true.
lot of god stuff. She doesn't
Yeah.
do a lot of god stuff. It scares her.
Look,
Yeah.
y'all
Scares me.
are
You're over
sleeping.
there. She's over here.
Y'all are sleeping on season 1 Shionibis, who made deals multiple with not
Left
only
and right.
not only with Felix Chance of Kioma, but Ravon, one of the two
yeah.
like gods of hell. So it's not just
yeah.
Alona; it's also your boy Shionibis.
Yeah. And you also threw your necklace of Anubis in a frickin' river, man.
Oh, that
We
was
were
so good.
season 1 Shionibis, so we were just a baby. We didn't know better.
Shionibis was big Angie season 1.
Mhm.
I mean, she's
going
kind of
through
more
some
like a
stuff.
simmered anger now.
Just not like
She's more
simmer,
annoyed.
just a slight boil.
Well, alrighty then. If you don't mind me stepping, I'm just going to say at this point, the egg is in your custody. If you have any questions, you can definitely ask if you want to. But the task is still yours. Where do you take the egg to protect it?
Will it fit in my bag of holding?
Technically speaking, yes, it will. Technically speaking.
Good,
However, it
'cause-
has to be
Wait.
lifted.
Before we do that, is that removing it from this realm? Because it can't. It's supposed to stay in this realm.
Well, I'll say this. It is technically a pocket dimension. However,
Okay.
it's not like you're just going to keep it, and to my knowledge, you're not going to keep it in your satchel forever, right? You're just
I mean-
doing it so carrying it's going to be easier. Right?
Yes.
I mean, yes, in
Okay.
theory. I don't know how we're gonna move around with this gigantic, heavy-ass 5'5" egg.
I have a secret druid circle place that only a few people know about now.
Oh, like a place to store it
Yeah.
permanently.
I mean, I maybe for a little bit. I mean, like it's at least a safe place that is protected by some little bits of magic that still are there. It's the only piece of greenery in the whole area. It's hard to find, which is good. So, I mean, at least for a beginning place to like put it,
I
that
mean,
might
Okay.
be good.
we're being
Will it still
realistic.
fit?
But
I was gonna say, being realistic, Brack or somewhere like that is definitely a better place for the Dragon of Peace. Don't take it to Svigar if you want it to be around peaceful stuff. Like, just it's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good point.
all right. I mean, there is one problem with the druid place, and that's remember that hole that's in it. We put a little heart there. It's kind of going. It's not destroyed, but for long term, unless we solve that problem, we still will need another place.
I don't know this. What?
There, yeah, we were all there.
Everyone was here.
Yeah.
For that.
There's inside of the druid art, like the mud druid's place, there was a like portal that was like sucking up the earth. And remember, I was trying to solve the issue with the druid place.
Big dragon heart thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Guys, I really don't think I was here that episode.
I don't think Sydney was there that episode.
Yeah.
That was like one of our
That
most
episode?
chaotic episodes.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
We were
that
like,
was,
Mom-
Mom's
that
not
makes sense.
here.
yeah, that was the Moms Out Here episode.
Yeah.
is that the
That
one
was-
Mom wasn't here for? Yeah,
That's the one episode I missed.
yeah.
Yep.
I have an entire druid little circle place that we found. It's like the old Circle of the Mud Druids like place, and inside of that place, that's where I got my Mud Druidy powers. And then inside that place, there's an area that's like, how would you describe that, PJ? It was like
It was like a small hidden ritual chamber, and in there was like in the center was like a not quite quicksand, but like a churning mud suck hole that was like slowly becoming bigger and bigger. I know mud suck hole is not a good phrase to say out loud, but let's just dance around that, like we're dancing around a giant mud suck hole, and that
you could just say
Clip it.
sinkhole. Why are we saying it like
Clip
that?
clip it.
Anyway.
I will. I'll clip it.
That's forever ingrained in my brain now.
Yeah, it's gross. But there's something weird going on with the magic. We were able to slow it down but not fix it.
Mhm.
So
we
so-
could fix it, and then it would be a better option.
I mean long term if that's where we want to keep it, because I mean so and Lothar walks over. All right. How about this? Eventually Brack is going to need their own circle of druids. And right now I'm the only one. But if we train some people who are interested, maybe we could start to bring it back. They could help us to solve that, and they could also serve as guardians of this. That way we can go where we need to go.
So
Right.
you're saying we create an order of mud druids that will protect the baby dragon of peace.
Well, I mean, that's like down the line. I don't imagine that being like a tomorrow thing, but like we can have some people we trust. Maybe are there any people who wouldn't mind learning? I don't know. It's just an idea. If you guys have better ones.
I Dragon like raises his hand again. What about our buddies at the Platinum Hammer? Surely they'd want to take care of Azimuth's child.
You know, the Platinum Hammer has a pretty good relationship with Koga. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of war and stuff. I mean, they're protectors. It's a little bit complicated.
Sounds like it.
I don't, I think initially that sounds like a good idea, but I think Koga would have an easier time finding that. I do feel like a remote place would probably be best. However, it would need protection. And Lothar, I am totally down for the idea that we have people protecting the egg. Obviously, you training a whole bunch of mud druids is going to take a long time. But in the meantime, maybe Dragon, we can combine the ideas. Maybe we can call on people from the Platinum Hammer to come to Brack. What were we going to say, Lothar?
No, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
At least, I definitely think we should keep it to a small elite group who our friend from the Platinum Hammer can choose because he knows them best.
So, Tobias, his girlfriend, and his dad.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
His dad?
His dad, yeah. Remember we saved his dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Tobit. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about the pseudo dad, the dwarf man that we've never met.
The
I was like,
the
we have
one
to
did
find
meet.
Tobias's dad. Got it. I think that's a fantastic idea. I love how it's kind of, guys, we're summoning the Avengers for this escort mission. That's what this is.
I just want to make this less of an escort for us and more, they chill and it's safe and we can do what we need to do and come back and be like a home base,
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We're just making a Stark Tower.
I mean,
That's all we're doing.
Oh
The
my
Platinum
God.
Hammer is Avengers Tower. Headcanon accepted. Let's fucking go.
I mean, we could also just stick it in Iswo's house, and if Koga ever shows up, he just closes the door and doesn't let that one open.
Not today.
Yeah. Bye.
No.
Yeah, I feel like we've asked a lot of Isuo, and I know Isuo knows whenever we're gonna ask. I also think Isuo doesn't probably want us hiding things in their house. I
Oh.
would imagine.
Damn.
They
I still
also
have
have
to
a
teach
young-
Isol's daughter a fireball.
Yes. Speaking of, Isola does have a young child, so it is best not to put that child in danger.
Yeah,
As much as that would be very convenient, I do think, as much as Isola is all-knowing, they are not all-powerful.
Yeah, very true.
Oh boy.
But
All
yeah,
right.
at least for now, like the Druid Order place, I think is a secluded place enough. All right.
Okay. Morel, we've decided to summon a small elite task force to take the baby egg somewhere very safe, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm gonna try and get it in my bag of holding so we can take it to the place. Somebody want to help me get this in my bag?
Yeah, this is a bulk 15 item. This is basically the entire weight of most full-grown people.
Oh my gosh.
I'd also like to imagine that whole time we were just like huddled in the middle of the throne room talking these options of like whispering back and forth. Everyone else is just like, what are they talking about?
Quick shout out to the raid we got from Gaming Related. Thank you so much. Hope you like some Pathfinder 2E and all the new people, first time raiders. Thank you for saying hi in the chat. Great to meet you. Quick update if you don't know. These are heroes that have saved the world multiple times, and they've been tasked by a king who used to be their friend, who has forgotten all about them, to take the dragon egg of peace and protect it from the god of war so that world peace can happen. And now they're trying to figure out where the hell did it take that. So it's good to see you all. Welcome to some Pathfinder 2E. We're trying it out. Well, trying out. We've been doing it for 3 years. I'm not talking about trying it out.
So instead of trying to stick this big thing in your satchel, why don't I just cast a little spell and teleport us all there? How far away is the druid room from the Acadian throne room?
It's
pretty dang.
It's
far.
on the it's pretty dang far. It's on the same continent, but it is southwest of Acadia by a few days of travel.
Is it like 100 miles or is it like 1,000 miles?
I'm gonna say about 1,000 miles.
That's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can go up to 1,000 miles with teleport, but there's an accuracy issue.
Oh no.
There's also
like I can. It's not a precise thing. I think I can. If it's 1,000 miles away, I think I can do it. Within like 10 miles. Which is better, but also,
Is there a way we can give you some power to make sure that doesn't happen, and we may or may not be embedded in a sea of mud?
It's equal to roughly 1% of the total distance traveled.
Holy mother of God!
all right.
Oh, and never mind. I can only go 100 miles. Once it's heightened, then I can do it. So that's in a little bit of level time. This is the 1,000 miles. I read it wrong. So I can go 100 miles.
100 miles is better than nothing, and it gets us out of the castle quicker. And there was someone who attacked in the castle, so
it should still go in my bag of holding.
yeah. Do we have like a
I gotta fit.
light spell that makes things light as a feather
Yeah.
or something, or like can I cast fly on an egg?
Maybe? I think
That's
you can,
very Final Fantasy.
I
but,
think you can
like-
cast fly on an egg because there's a willing creature inside of it. I know there's an enlarge spell. I don't know if they got rid of the shrink spell in 2E, but there's definitely an enlarge spell, and it's a willing creature, so you could in theory cast fly on it, but it would be stuck to the duration of how long the fly spell goes. So, you know.
Could we just use it to fly it into my bag?
Or you can give me an athletics check because this is basically like a big, thick, dense person. You can pick it up and put it down. I'm going to say standard athletics check at level -2 because of the bulk and cumbersomeness.
All right.
If I
I'll
get a
help.
little bit of time,
I can help with that.
I can use telekinetic haul.
All right.
What,
Not
telekinetic hall. Okay, yeah, it could work.
What is that?
Its target is one unattended object of up to 80 bulk
Jesus.
with dimension no larger than 20 feet. It says I can sustain it up to a minute, but I can continue to sustain the spell as long as I need to. So I can move it up to 20 feet and then
into a bag.
Maybe it is only up to a minute, but it says
That's
when you
okay.
sustain the spell, you can do so again or choose a different eligible target to move. So I don't know if that's like it casted and I can sustain it up to. Oh yeah, duration is sustained up to a minute, so I could only do it for a minute. Never mind.
Well, I mean, if you want to lift it and put it in the bag, you can. If you want to blow your spell that way, just to give you an idea of what bulk is as far as like human beings are concerned, a medium-sized creature is bulk 6. This is bulk 15, which puts it at a large creature, aka a horse or a car. A huge creature is a bulk of 24, and a Tarask is a bulk of 48. Telekinetic Hall can basically juggle 2 Tarasks, which means you can more than easily carry this egg.
Okay, but
Into
before I
my
do
bag
that-
of holding.
I'm looking at
Mhm.
Archives and Nethys, and there is a shrink item spell,
Okay.
but
How
I
long does
think
it
it
last?
only until the
count
next
as an
time you
item?
make your daily. It's cast time 10 minutes. It's arcane. Oh, but it's non-magical objects, and a magical god baby is probably
a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I?
You can use that spell to put it in my bag of holding.
Yes, for sure. But Dragon wants to try and lift it first.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Because I'm
my-
gonna have to rest to get that spell because I don't have it
All right.
set up and memorized.
I'm
right
going
now.
to say, call it heads or tails.
Heads.
Got it.
Don't
Okay.
forget to lift with your knees.
So, go ahead, make the athletics check. It's going to be a standard for your level, and you're going to take a -2 penalty for encumbrance, and that means you have
I'm
to.
casting Feather Fall on the egg.
Smart.
Okay, so
Okay,
with the
got
-2, it's a 33.
Okay, good. You're level 11, right?
I'm level 11.
That is a success. It's not pretty, but you are able to just like a strong man doing that thing where they grab the stone around their chest and stomach and just
Open bag, open bag, open bag.
It's open, man. I'm just watching.
like a snake eating an egg bigger than its head. The bag just kind of goes moves around it, and the egg lands gently into the bag of holding.
Yeah. All right.
I got a lot of stuff in that bag.
Yeah, you do.
Do you still have
Yeah,
the
we should
arm?
really go through it and do it like a.
Yeah, the arm's in the bag.
Yikes.
The arm's in the bag. That mysterious chest that I found that I haven't told anybody about from New Jack
Is the
City's
door
in
in
the
the bag
bag.
too?
What?
Is the door in the bag? The door you
The
like?
door's
slap
in
on
the
people?
bag.
Wow.
Can we
The,
door the egg?
The door to the mind
Yeah.
is in the bag.
I
The door
think
to
he's
the egg.
asking if you
Oh
want to
my
put the
God,
door on
can we
Remy. If you want to put the door on Remitimat.
We could.
What?
I
We
mean,
could psycho not the baby dragon, though I don't know what we would get.
we would.
Is he conscious?
I mean, it was getting ready to crack, which means that it's getting better.
Maybe we could wake him up.
That's true. No. What else is in there? Oh, all the files from New Jack City are in the bag on
But they're-
Romalgus Day.
But they're on a drive thing.
That's
Yeah, but we
right.
stole one of the computers, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
We did
we
steal an
did.
entire computer.
Stole a
There's a
supercomputer.
lot of stuff in that bag. No one.
We should just do like a garage sale
Mm-hmm.
and just get rid of a lot of stuff.
What like world-ending artifacts you want from Sydney's? I'm sorry, Alona's bag of holding. So while we're having this really fast to confirm, so you are going to Brack and you're getting Tobias, Tobit, and
Era.
Hera to protect the egg in the Druid shack. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
And then,
yeah.
PJ, just so I can say it now, and it's just assumed that I'm doing it. Anytime we have downtime or we're in a new place, I'm looking out for a young person who may be interested in learning to be a mud druid.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly make a new circle.
Okay. Hell
What
yeah.
about your
Okay.
druid friend from New Jack City?
The one from New Jack City was already,
Trenches.
huh?
The trenches.
Yeah. Wait, whoa, yeah, because that person was a mud druid.
Well, it was a
Yeah, but
druid.
they were
I don't know if
mutter. Mutters are for life.
That makes sense.
Yeah, once the mud gets in your soul, it's hard to get out of the trenches.
they could be a better mutter by becoming a mud druid.
There's a lot of mud in the world.
All right. So, to confirm, you are traveling on foot / horse and carriage to Brack from Acadia. Is that what you're doing? Okay.
I mean, or Dragon could teleport us 100
Yeah.
miles and we could go from there. But yes,
I think that actually might be smarter. I think
I was
we
gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I could- what, traveling by foot or teleporting?
no teleporting out and then traveling from there, because there are literally people who tried to kill the king last night.
That's very true. I mean, realistically, we could teleport, take a nap, teleport, take a nap.
Okay. Well, then let me ask you this. I'm assuming you're going to teleport, take a nap, right? You're going to make camp, right? You're going to make a camp hiding out every couple hundred miles.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to need a stealth check from all of you.
Then I'm casting Pass Without Trace
Mhm.
Okay.
every time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could teleport and then walk a bit
So-
and then teleport.
Everyone gets how much? So it's all of us. And you get a +4 status bonus, or is equal to your spell DC, whichever result is higher. My spell DC is definitely higher. My spell DC is Primal DC
Hold on.
is a +30. Is that I'm a +20? Is that right, PJ?
Hold on,
That
yeah.
sounds ridiculous.
I'm actually looking at it now to check that. The DC of the checks to track you gets a +4 status bonus or becomes your spell DC. So either A, if someone's tracking you, that would be basically whatever your stealth bonus is +4, or becomes your spell DC. So that's for them tracking you, not for you all to avoid detection
Got it.
on your stealth checks. Yes.
All right. So then my stealth +4 is 18, and then my spell DC is 20. So it's a 20. PJ.
Since we're using teleport and stuff, can I use Arcana as my stealth, like to try and hide my magic a little bit?
Yeah, I'll give you that. You're trying to make sure that the teleportation spell isn't so bloody obvious. You're trying to
Yes.
spend extra effort on that. Yeah, I could see that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because are you an expert caster, Randy?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It says Primal DC 30, attack +20.
Cool. Yeah, so your DC would be 30, so that means that
Oh.
your roll would effectively be a 30. Yeah. You're now a master level stealth person because of this spell. That's dope. Yeah.
All of us.
37.
Wow.
Everyone. Okay, cool.
Everyone.
Everyone-
Sorry. I'm casting it heighten 3.
Cool.
So-
Oh, damn.
Okay, awesome.
That's awesome.
Druids are so good in this game. Okay, so I need everyone to give me a perception check, as it's like a few days of travel, but you're able to make it work. But I need a perception check.
Also, I rolled a 37 on my Arcana.
Yeah.
Holy mother of God.
So
He's secret.
very secret.
32 on perception.
42. Okay.
39.
39. Kylie, what's yours?
Did we get a bonus?
To
To this?
perception? No. Well, sort of.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
All right, 34.
Damn. Okay. And Randy?
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
13 plus my 20. 33.
33. So in the 4 or 5 days it takes for you to travel by teleportation, bunk down for the night, do it again the next time the spells are available, you start to notice every now and then, just as you're about to teleport away, there is a group of bodies always chasing you. Always just a little late, always a little behind, never really sure where you are. But every now and then, every other day or so, you notice a very unusual... It looks like they're dressed like bandits, and they're chasing you for some weird reason.
All right. This is like our 4th, 5th day out. We're not quite at the place yet.
Okay, so
I'm
you're...
going to look at everyone and I'm going to go, God darn it, there they are again.
So,
Oh, those...
set a trap?
I think we should either set a trap or confront them, because there's no way we can go to the next place and then know about secret hidden druid place, because then it's not a secret anymore.
I mean, he like looks at Lothar with a little bit of a smirk. We can do our combo.
Oh, that'd be nice. Let's do it. All right.
Well, maybe we
That-
should
that
leave
would
at
make-
least
that would-
one of them alive. to-
Yeah. Let's get 2 of them in the
Questions?
explosion. Okay.
How many are there? Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
You notice that there
Like
are
30?
4. There's 4. There's 4 consistent bandits. Sometimes like there's 5 or 10, but you're noticing the same 4 always showing up when you see them.
Okay. This isn't gonna go well for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what exactly are you doing before you teleport away, or what's the plan?
Yeah, we're
So you're-
setting a trap
Okay.
for them.
So just so I know, what exactly is that trap?
I know that I'm blowing some flammable smoke at them. And so we want to keep at least one alive, but the rest of them get all...
So,
Damn.
So you're waiting to ambush them with the 1-2 hit, right?
Yep.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And everyone is a part of this, I'm assuming. I don't want to just throw you into this if you're not vibing it. Sidney, you're muted, sorry.
I just said plot twist. They're nice.
You
I mean,
love
we
this
can try to-
handkerchief.
Yeah, okay. We can... let's capture them, but how can we capture 4 bandits that are...
You got any water spells?
I can
Huh.
control water. Why? What would you want me to do?
Well, we could freeze them in place with a combo of water and cone of cold.
I love you guys.
All right, all right. Yeah, I love druids because druids are prepared, like they prepare each day.
Either
And so
that,
you
or
can
we
change-
could just build a trap for one of them to like get caught up in the net and then blow up
Well-
the rest.
This is what you get for following us, fools. I feel like if Alona's right, if there's a possibility that they're not evil people, we shouldn't just blow all of them up.
Fine. I mean, yes, that makes sense.
So
But I think we should have the trap ready just in case. So whoever can get away the fastest should probably talk to them, and it shouldn't be the person with the egg. He like just looks at Chionimus.
She just does everything to avoid eye contact.
You wanna do some negotiating?
Yeah, sure, fine, whatever.
It'll be great practice for when
Yeah.
you're queen one day.
It would be
Exactly.
great cancer for when it's
You're the
Fine.
one stepping in the role.
Oh, but just a note. If they are bad, run away faster than them.
Faster than them? I thought I just had to be faster than Alona. Which I mean, is
Well,
most
Alona won't
everyone,
be
but-
close because egg. But I don't want to blow you up.
All right, yeah, sure, fine. I got this.
Okay. So after a few minutes, you're everyone else besides Shionibis give me a stealth check, and Shionibis is going to be meeting these 4 bandits as they come to your camp / general area. Oh, Wes, I see an air punch. What was that?
20, baby!
Oh, let's go! Nat 20 stealth check for a total of what was that totally?
The total is 35.
Nice.
I wish I could have saved that for a spell strike potentially, but that's okay. I'll take it.
That is a-okay. Also, if I haven't already said it, thank you, if I'm saying this right, Shog Mommy, for your raid. Those are words I never thought I'd say out loud, but thank you so much for raiding. You've come at apparently what was going to be a very spicy moment. All right. Everyone else, besides Shonibus, give me those stealth checks.
I also rolled a nat 20, bro.
No freaking way! Let's
Yeah.
go!
I was I'm just as shook. I feel like I stole Kylie's juice for today.
What is what was the total
It's
for that?
alright.
Randy?
The total sorry, I was just like shocked by it happening. 34. I'm not that greatest, so.
Okay. And Sidney, what is Alona's stealth?
Face.
Is that a 1? Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2.
Don't you have a hero point?
Yeah.
I used them all already on other rolls.
Okay.
The total is a 13.
Okay. So
Tripping through the woods.
as you go hide, Shionibus, you're out to meet the 4 bandits. You see them coming out wearing padded leather armor with like a steel cuirass, a steel plate cuirass armor over that. Like they have this rough and tumble edge to them, and they come running up to you, and they're like, hello there. You were robbing you. Yes, that's what we are doing.
Oh, you are. I
Yes.
didn't know that's how people started a robbery.
Yes, that's how bandits rob people. We do it right now. So give us all your belongings, and we don't have to get violent. We'll just take them, and then we'll leave, of course.
Looks
No.
to Lothier.
No, you're not going to. Like, no, as in, no, you're going to fight for your life, or no, as in, this is going to be a much longer negotiation.
No, as in, I think that you all need to work on this whole bandit thing a little better. Are you sure this is what you want to do with your life? Would your mom be proud of what you're doing right now? This is not good. It's not. You know, I've robbed people back in the day, and you could use some work. Yeah.
One in the back is just kind of looking around. Commander. Shh, bandits, Commander. Shut up, Private. What is it? One of them's over there hiding in the bushes. I can see her clear as day. She's wearing a bright white robe. It's like I'm looking at the sun.
Damn it! You hear Alona from the bush.
And the bandit that he's talking to goes, all right, between 2 people, were you going to ambush us with a trap of some sort?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we weren't.
All right, lad, she's a liar. We all knew it was going to come to this. Draw blades. And they reach to their hip and they pull out the weirdest looking swords you've ever seen in your life. And they square up and they say, I highly suggest you give us what we want, or we will run you through right here now.
So,
All right.
with my nat 20 and Randy's
Yeah,
nat
same.
20, can I like bounce my voice off of a tree and threaten them?
I will give you this option.
Okay.
You can basically, I don't want to say break stealth, but you can use your stealth to attempt a distraction, a performance check or some kind to distract them. Or you can use the roll you already did and have that be your initiative for combat.
Okay. I once.
Can I look at the blades first?
Wait,
Yeah.
because
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Sydney. Ooh, no. How do I want to do this? First things first. Show us roll initiative. But
Oh man.
Sydney,
They're actors.
you
Yeah,
can
what?
Mhm.
you can make a warfare lore check or a religion
I don't-
check.
I'll do religion. I
Oh
don't have
man, I
warfare.
wish.
I know, why did I
wonder
give the
which one
cloistered
she's
cleric?
gonna choose.
difficult decision.
I'll say this. You'll get less information. You'll get less information with the religion check, and you'll get more information with the warfare lore check.
I don't have warfare lore.
Yeah, I feel like Ichi's the only one who has warfare lore.
Wait. Wes, do you not have warfare lore?
I've got lore legal.
Oh, oh, that's right, because you're a bounty hunter. Well, all right then. So it'd be
Little
interesting.
lawyer.
I got a
about it.
34 for my religion check.
The blades that they are carrying do seem familiar to you. You remember in Adolphon Prime, Magistrix Bellina carried 2 of these.
Aren't we homies with her?
Yeah, we're homies.
Mhm.
But she was a part of. Magister Bellina was a part of. Isn't she a follower of Koga?
Roll initiative.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, sorry. Shonibus, roll initiative. Everyone else, I'm going to let you keep those crits. And Sydney, I'm going to force you to have a 13. Sorry.
So
Son.
PJ,
35.
that actually gives me a higher thing if it's my initiative because I get a +2 as an improved initiative.
Cool. Okay, cool. All right. And Shonibus, what was yours again? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
35.
Ooh, damn. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, cool. All right, so it's going to be Randy, and then Kylie, and then Wes, and I have to roll for them.
I had a 36 with my nat 20.
I thought you had it for 35.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Well, also,
So
I think
that was
Randy's.
because it was stealth. You're right.
Yeah,
I was thinking initial. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, that's gonna be. Wow, did they really? Yeah, they did that. Okay, they're gonna be rolling a. Okay. And then okay. So. You see the bandits wielding these unusual swords made of crude metal put into almost a cross-like shape, where every direction is a sharp, horribly sharp point. There is no edge of this weapon that is not a horrible weapon of some kind. And as they wield this cross-like sword, they start their turns by swinging at Shionibus. And they are going to go first, because they rolled a 39. That beats everybody else. And they rolled a nat 20 on their first strike.
That's fine. No big deal.
So, with 2 hands, this becomes a 2d... Yeah, a 2d12 weapon. So that's going to be 2d12, blah, blah, blah.
Don't worry, Kylie. We'll burn them in a second.
I ain't scared.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared, but like, it's
Combat
fine.
music might not last very long.
36.
It never does. Let's be real.
36 plus 7, that's 43. 43. 43 plus that equals. And then. You're going to take 68 damage on this strike as they take this sword with like a cross, land it right here, and it goes deep into your collarbone for their first action. For their other action, they are going to attempt to trip you to the ground. Let's see, that's going to be at a -5, but that is going to be a total of 36 against your Fortitude DC. What is your Fortitude DC?
My fortitude?
Mm-hmm.
My fortitude's 29.
Okay, so that is going to, I believe, be a critical success. They hit you, they drag you to the ground, they raise their weapon one more time, and they are going to strike with a -10 on this. And they're going to miss as their weapon clunk right into the earth. The other three, seeing Sidney over there in the bushes, one of them's going to look to her. And I'm going to need a Fortitude save from Sidney.
Again? Oh my god. Fortitude save. Those are... Actually, they're not the worst. They're not great, but they're not the worst. 33.
33. That is unfortunately a fail.
What?
Let's see.
PJ twicked us. You
I twicked
rascal.
you?
We were twicked.
Okay, so unfortunately you failed the Fortitude save. One of the bandits, you see, makes this quick gesture with their hands and opens up their palm, and blasting out of their palm, you see what looks like a series of swords crossing in midair until, with horrible bloodied clatter, they slam into your body, doing 60 force damage. And with that, it's going to rush over to you, weapon drawn. It's 2. The third one, looking, I'm just in a target-rich environment. The other 2 are actually going to break off and join the one that hit Sidney, not knowing that everyone else is already there. So having one crit, and basically knocking prone Shionavis, the other 3 are now breaking off to go kill Alona. That being said, yeah?
If we had put ourselves more than likely between the attack and these guys, would I get an attack of opportunity from stealth as they rush past us toward the person we're trying to guard?
If you were there, yes, you get attack of opportunity.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, we would have put ourselves...
Yeah, because we were setting a trap to get them in case it popped off like this.
Yeah,
I will
so-
absolutely
All
let
right,
you do that
so
now.
if that's the case, then as the 2 of them are running, and so I can get the third one and not hit Alona, that's the goal, okay?
Okay.
I have a 20-foot burst area and a range of 120 feet to create essentially obscuring fog over where they are. I'm casting incendiary fog.
Oh, you go... Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they attacked our friend. We're blowing them up.
But is Kylie in that area?
No. I'm specifically not doing that one.
Okay.
I'm getting the 3 of them that are attacking Alona before they reach Alona.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case...
Because then that leaves us 1 to kill and question.
with attack of opportunity, can I spell strike if we were prepared, or...
No, unfortunately, attack of op is only a 1-action attack.
It just needs to be fire of some kind.
Okay. So yeah, then, well, 1 action. I don't think I can do anything fire. Well, not necessarily true. I can fire my gunblade.
Yep, that would set incendiary fog off.
So yeah, I'll fire my gunblade at one of the guys.
Okay, roll to hit. They do not know you're
I
there.
do 10d6 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
34 to hit.
34 to hit will just barely hit.
Barely hit. Well, it hits. Okay, so
21,
damage.
6, 27, 30
Oh,
damage from the incendiary fog. Did you hear me, PJ?
Yeah, 30 damage from the incendiary fog, and I want to make sure I get the bullet damage in as well.
19 bullet damage.
Sure. Okay. So, the fog goes out, and as they're carrying these unusual blades, they seem a little confused in the fog, and then the bullet hits one. You hear a scream of pain, a small ignition, and it's like, oh gosh, what do they call them in Japan? The flower fire, where they like open up a whole thing of flour and then light it. So it's like starts off one spark, a bunch of sparks, boom! A localized fireball erupts in the middle of this field, and you can hear them screaming in pain. One of them is bloodied.
Only one, but all three of them took that damage. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, with that, I believe that was both of your turns? Yes. Okay.
Wait, that was our attack of opportunity.
Yes.
That was my attack of opportunity.
Technically speaking, it's a little muddy, but what I'll say is I'm going to let Randy finish his turn. He has one action left, and then we'll get to you in the initiative, Wes.
All right.
Yeah.
I have one action left. Let's see. I'm going to. Yeah. I'm gonna cast heal on Fiona. No, because I'm not close to anyone. I can't. It's one action. I guess I'm using my one action to move.
Okay. Where are you going to move to?
Over near Alona, because she's by herself, and Chionobis can kick ass all, without any help. Alona can too, but
No,
All
that's
right.
that's real.
you
No,
gotta
that's real.
egg.
Valid.
Well, speaking of Shionibis, you're on the ground prone, and you have this bandit with a very unusual sword who's just restrained you to the ground. Now, of course, the restraint is gone, because the blade's gone, but you are prone. So what are you going to do?
I am going to. Is he like standing right above me?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. I'm going to reach for his ankle and cast Chill Touch.
Okay. I believe that's a roll to hit, correct?
Let's check. In my notes, it doesn't say that it is.
No problem. I got you, dude. That is a range touch, but it's a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if you have written down your character sheet a spell DC, so I'm going to base this off your class DC. What is your class DC?
My class DC is 26.
26. Not bad. That's a 33 fortitude save. So I
Bummer.
don't think they're going to take any damage.
Nope.
You are on the ground prone. If you want to get up, that's going to be one action. If you want to, I believe you can. I think it requires a feat to actually move while prone, but choice is yours.
I'm just gonna get up and just. If there's an attack of opportunity, that's fine.
Okay. What's your total AC?
Total AC is 31.
That's gonna be another dirty crit on you. Well, it's gonna be a dirty crit on you.
That means that's higher than 41. What you got? Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see.
Who are these guys?
That's a good question. Have you
It
asked
won't
them?
matter in a turn or two.
Yeah. Hold on, let me make this easier on myself and just get more the dice that I need, so I don't have to do as much counting. I know we love our math here, but nah, not about that math. Okay, so with that crit, that's going to be. Okay. It's gonna be another 60 damage. Okay. Okay. So as you get up, you see him holding this crude metal series of points and spikes. He looks you get up, and he just kind of smiles, slams the pick end of the crossbar right into your chest, the other clavicle, and then rips it back out. And as a quick action, free action, changes his grip so it almost becomes a spear-like formation in his hand. And that's his turn, and the end of yours. But you're up now. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, you see Shionibus now sans 120 HP. I'm net out of character. And you see the explosion happening in front of you.
Yeah, the explosion's going off. Shionobus is quite hurt. How far would I be from Shionobus, probably?
I'm going to say about 30, 35 feet.
Am I close to anybody?
You are close to, I think you're like 10 feet away from Lothier and Alona.
Okay, I am going to attack the nearest person with a... I'm going to use True Strike, and I'm going to Spell Strike the crap out of the closest dude next to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay. Come on, dice. We got this. Okay. I used True Strike, so I might as well roll again. The nat 19 on the dice. Okay, so with the nat 19, that is a 43 to hit.
That is a dirty crit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And I'm spell striking with Chain Lightning.
Oh no. Okay.
So targeting all of these guys.
Yeah, I think technically written rules for Chain Lightning, I need to make a reflex save, but if you've crit what you have, that means it's going to be 1 degree less. So if I fail, it's a critical fail. If I succeed, it's a fail.
Does that work for the guy that I've spell struck, or just the other ones?
I believe with him initially, and then it kind of forks off. So, but everyone else is at 1 degree less.
Okay.
So
All right.
the first guy's going to fail, so he's going to take full damage of the spell.
So he's
and
gonna
not
fail, or he's gonna crit fail?
He's going to fail. But
Okay.
I'm going to roll for the other two.
All right, I'll start rolling my damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It is many d12s.
Very many d12s.
Is Wes doing math?
Wes crit on a spell strike.
I love this for him.
We're going to be here for a minute.
Yeah.
So, just the Chain Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
not doubled, is 75. I rolled extremely high. So that's 150 just on the Chain Lightning.
Okay.
Let me roll the other damage now.
Oh my god.
If
Uh,
these guys are still alive after this,
I'm
they're
gonna
more
be
powerful
pissed.
than the dragon god of corruption. I just want to point that out.
I mean, we didn't fight the dragon god of corruption.
You diplomanced him down pretty damn good.
48 damage from my sword. That is doubled, and that's without the fire damage. Fire damage is 4 total,
Okay.
and then plus 1d12.
When there's a big bada boom, there's the biggest
And then-
bada boom.
And then another 7 from the, yeah. So
So 150 plus what sounds like 90 is what I'm hearing in total ish.
something along those lines. Yeah, I think it was what 40. Was it 48 for the gunblade hit, and then plus 4, so 52 plus 7. So yeah, something wrong.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Okay.
You did this to yourself, PJ.
Well, technically, Paizo did this to me, and then I made it worse. So yeah, you take your greatsword, you pull it back, it starts to kind of shift, so like the rifle comes out of the greatsword, turn it around, pull the trigger after you cast True Strike. You hit one guy. The lightning starts to spark in his body, and like a Mortal Kombat fatality, as these sparks arc out of his body, meat, bone, and the steel of his armor splatter like a popped balloon and rain gore all over the battlefield. As it arcs from what used to be his physical form, it jumps into another person through the eyes and blows a hole at the back of his head as the goo that was his eyes follows with his brainstem. He's dead too. And then lastly, arcs around the corner like a serpent looking for its last meal, and it strikes a guy right in his back. Scalding, you can see smoke coming from his armor. 2 of them are dead. And I just want to drop this little joy here. The first one is at negative 180 HP. The other guy's at negative 70 HP, and the other guy is still alive.
Yeah.
He critted his save, and because Wes critted the attack, it was 1 drop worse, so it wasn't enough to kill him, but he is not looking good. That being said,
So there's only 1 left at this point.
there's 2 left, and it's Sidney's turn.
Because
So 2 of them succeeded
no, one of them is away. Like one of them is fighting Chionobis, and the other 3 were coming towards.
Well,
Yes.
because Chain Lightning says as long as they are within line of sight of one another.
Yes. Oh no, you attacked all 3. Of the 3 that you attacked, 2 are dead horribly, and 1 is not looking good. They are so beyond bloodied.
I was trying to hit all 4 if possible.
Oh, did you want the one that was Shionobis was fighting? My bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let me roll for
That's why he cast Chain Lightning, because like Fireball would only hit 3 of them. He's going after all 4. He's pissed at this
So
point.
you rolled a crit, which means their success is 1 level worse. What is it when they critically fail? What's the total damage for that? 150?
Oh god.
Oh, if they critically fail,
Yeah.
I think it's doubled.
Yeah. You said it was 75 before doubling, which I think I mathed at about 150 damage.
That was 150, correct. But I think if that was just the normal damage for a fail.
For a fail was 75.
Wait, really?
I think. Oh, no, I'm asking you. What was it? Because that's what I remember
The
you saying.
fail is 150.
Oh God. Okay.
So crit fail would be 300 damage. Oh no, this dude's obliterated.
in front of Chionobis,
I
like
just
like,
covered Chionobis in this dude's remains.
So Chionobis, as this guy hits you, rips this unusual cross sword through you, flips it around in a spear formation. He's like, I'm gonna run you through. He just glows white. You can see his eyes like rattle in his head like grapes in a bowl, and then he's just gone. Vaporized. There's not even red mist. There's just a smoking crater where his boots now stand.
Like Raiders of the Lost Ark style.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
That's what I'm almost imagining is the Ark of the Covenant, like beams coming out. Like,
There's still one in front of Alona, though, right?
Yeah, there's one who's beyond bloodied in front of Alona, and he's looking terrible. Like,
Oh, good.
smoldering coming out of his back, gripping that unusual crossblade, and just, Alona, what are you gonna do?
I don't know if I'm allowed to like say something to this guy at this point.
Please. Please.
But yeah, Dragon's just gonna go. Yeah, that was only one of like 7 spells I can cast. You sure you want to keep going with this?
Ooh.
You hear him go, mop, mop, mop. He can't hear you over his eardrums, which have been ruptured from the electricity. So,
Fair.
Sidney, what are you gonna do?
Can I cast? I don't know. We've got time. If I don't kill this guy, somebody else will. Can I cast True Seeing?
Sure, yeah. Let me double check. What do you want that to do exactly?
So True Seeing lasts for 10 minutes, and I can see things within 60 feet as they actually are. So this is against any illusion, any transmutation magic, and I'd like a polymorph spell. Yeah, and you would roll a counteract check against that.
Okay. So you're casting the spell?
Yeah. That's a 6th level spell, by the way.
So as you cast the spell, you look at the bandit.
Mm-hmm.
You see the whole bandit garb is an illusion. Underneath it, you recognize the holy symbol, the uniform of a high war priest of Koga.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Alright, at this point, I'm gonna hit him with my hand wraps of heavenly peace. I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Alright, are
You
you
said he
doing-
was bloodied, right? I'm just gonna try and knock him out.
Awesome. Roll to hit.
Sweet, I love this.
Roll the bomb.
Murder.
Roll the bomb.
Murder.
What is it? What is it? What
Can't
is it?
believe-
I'm getting my guns ready to
I
flex.
I mean.
I hit my screen. I
mean-
got so excited.
I mean.
It was, but you did say to knock them out.
And, well,
Yes.
The hand wraps are non-lethal.
They are.
Yeah. So
They
I
are.
just want to know total damage, because if you crit and somehow do less than what he's got, he will still be awake. So what you got?
He'll still be awake. I want to knock him out.
Well, roll damage and let's see how much you do.
Bomb.
Well, to hit 20 plus 18 is a 38 to hit, by the way. And my damage, I think it's still 3d8. Funnily enough. And then I double that, right?
Yeah, double whatever the damage is, and double any other things like d6s for holy, passive.
I don't think I get d6s for holy. I think I just have 3d8.
Do you
on
have the
my-
holy rune on it?
Do you have the holy rune in it?
Oh shoot. I don't remember. We're gonna find out. Okay, that is 15. I should have the holy rune on it. I don't know if Dragon put it on mine, actually.
Well, if you did, that'd be 2d6 of good damage, and
But I don't wanna hurt him. I'm
No,
gonna
I mean
knock him
it's
out.
non-lethal though. Remember, so you
All-
can do all the damage and it just really knocks him out.
yeah, the weapon does say all damage it does is considered non-lethal. That would be any added damage to the attack.
Okay, okay.
That's a holy
Besides, the
mountain.
good rooms just smack them with good vibes. So, good vibes for everybody.
Peace and relaxation.
I'm
I'm
gonna
so
put
relaxed.
2d6 just in case. That's 38 damage.
All right, so tell the tale,
Yeah.
Sidney. How do you knock this guy unconscious?
Awesome.
Yes.
I use True Sight. I see through his visage. I see that he's a war priest of Koga, masquerading as a bandit. And I square up. I take my little dainty fist that has actually seen more punches than people would probably believe. And she looks him dead in the eye and says, "Tell your god to suck it." Decks him in the face.
Okay. Decks him in the face, and as he looks up, he just goes, spit like blood out of his mouth. He's like, ugh. Bugger off, pacifist. And as the fist passes his face, you just see him, little passion flowers of Afra popping in midair, little birds chirping, and he is unconscious, and not dead. And that is where the combat will end. And also where today's episode is gonna end, as you all now have kidnapped one of these war priests of Koga. For those who are curious, the one that was trying to kill Shionibis was one shot and put at a negative 190.
Oh, good.
So you know.
Well, that's insane because he had 150, probably like up there, because he took
You
300
put me
damage.
down to 21.
Yeah, 2 crits were nasty.
I was worried. I was about to come over there to try to heal you.
Yeah. It was gonna be interesting. That's for sure.
Well, with that being said, you have the egg of Remitimat in your bag of holding. You have a potential person to ask for questions, and all this and more will be done next episode, next week, here on Edge of Legend. Without further ado, we're going to say our goodnights and our goodbyes, starting with Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Randy Alvarenga. You can find me on Twitter at RollerRaja. That's ROLLERRAJA. I post about other streams I'm in, projects that are going on. I need to get better at just general tweeting. Not for here, but for you. Come check it out, come hang out, and find out the stuff we're doing.
Well, next up we got Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello everyone, I am Wes, or at Wes_IRL. You can find me online at that. I do things sometimes, not very often right now because I work a lot. But yeah, you can find me here Wednesdays, 8 p.m. PST, Nat 28 production. So yeah, join us here. See more nonsense. That the lightning bolt was a lot of fun. I liked that a lot. Yes. Thank you, Dice. Thank you.
They were very nice to you. Well, next up we have Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yalla! My name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. What I still can't talk about the things that I'm working on yet because no official announcements have been made. But if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I will post about it. So just follow me there if you want to watch what I'm doing. And on TikTok, I post fun things. So like, I don't know, have fun, enjoy the internet. It's a free resource, I guess.
Awesome. Well, next up we have Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on the sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai is a Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. But I'm not here with this amazing cast. I am over on the Initiative Order every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are playing a Dresden File TTRPG, and we're currently on a wild hunt. You would think that we're the ones leading it. No, we're the Hunted. I'm also on probably my last little episode of World Tree Quest here on Twitter on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I'm getting married finally. It's been a long time coming. It'd be great to have so many of you out there. And lastly, I will be performing at Midsummer Scream this year, which is a Halloween convention in July. It's running from the 28th to the 30th at the Long Beach Convention Center. So if you are around in the area, stop by. It's going to be a spooky great time.
Hell yeah. Well, that just leaves little on me. My name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ Megaw and on Twitter at PJ.Megaw. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you go to my TikTok, it's just me talking about what I'm thinking about as I'm taking pre-workout before I go to the gym and the occasional, whatever. It's fun. Let's just hang out and have a good time. When I'm here with these amazing legends, you can find me on Spotify over at Queen's Court Games as our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition show. The All Night Society is bringing out some new episodes we've been having in the tank for a while, and other things happening with them. Speaking of other things happening, there's so many more projects that I'm involved with right now that I wish I could tell you about. You might see some familiar faces, but we can't talk about it just yet. We'll let you more about it. We'll let you know more about it when we can. Also, I have been writing freelance with Eldritch Osiris Games for the Mech Finder. Hey, do you like Gundam? Do you like Pathfinder? You want to put them two together? Well, Mech Finder is for you. We're working on it, and it's getting done, and more about that when we get close to it. Last but not least, the Crit Awards are going to be happening, I believe, pretty soon for Gen Con. If you haven't already had a chance, I am nominated for Best GM in a Pathfinder 2e game, and Sam, who's normally with us, is also nominated as a Best Player in a Pathfinder 2e game. So if you haven't already voted, go to the Crit Awards on Twitter, vote, and let's have a good time there. Last but not least, so many announcements. If you want to help support us, please look for our Ko-fi link or Ko-fi link somewhere there and donate whatever you can. It's going to really help us out. Check us out on YouTube at Nat20Prods, youtube.com/Nat20Prods. And if you like some of the amazing artwork that you've seen on our social media, please give a shout out to @ZachTheDrac on Twitter. They are an amazing artist, worthy of all your commissions, and so darn good. So go out and support Zach the Drac and ask them to do commissions because they're truly talented and deserve your time and money. That's a lot, but that being said, that's going to wrap us up for the evening. First time chat saying, living the gaming life. Damn, absolutely damn. I don't know what to response to, but absolutely damn. Until then, we are going to be rating our good friends over at Blackwater D&D. He says as he hits the enter button. So, we're going to be rating everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for episode 3. We hope to see you here, same Nat time, same Nat channel, for Edge of Legend. All right, until then, everyone, love you. Be safe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We're going to be rating in 3, 2, 1.